Here's my thought of the day. Don't get too complacent. When you do come out and things get better, it's often easy to forget that there are still people out there fighting the battles that you once fought. And those battles to a certain extent become distant shadows that still follow you around, but you often forget are actually there. To outline this broadly for you, it's easy to forget that 1 in 5 LGBT people have experienced a hate crime in the past year because of their sexual orientation or gender identity. It's easy to forget that 10% of LGBT people in the last month alone have experienced online harassment, abuse and bullying. Indeed, that's something I get myself on a regular basis, just to give you a few examples. And waking up to notifications from YouTube on my phone, which happens very often, saying the most atrocious things such as kill yourself, you're a paedophile, why do you do what you do, God hates you. I become completely immune to it. It doesn't really affect me anymore, but I forget that there's still so many LGBT people out there who also read these things, and it does get ingrained within their psyche. It deeply affects them because they're not happy or comfortable within themselves and within their sexualities. And further to this, it's easy to forget that 1 in 5 gay employees experiences harassment and bullying from their colleagues because of their sexual orientation. Half of LGBT pupils have reported hearing homophobic slurs frequently or often at school. I think for many of us, we hear that phrase, "that's so gay," beyond the school playgrounds. We hear it in the adult world and in everyday discourse as well. It's easy to forget that 72 countries criminalise same-sex relationships. And it's easy to forget that LGBT teens and young people have one of the highest suicide rates in the population, being 4 times more likely than their straight peers to take their own lives. It's easy to forget that 1/4 of the world's population believes that being LGBT or T should be a crime. And it's easy to forget in those everyday activities we do, in our hobbies and our interests, that homophobia is rife. Indeed, 7 out of 10 football fans who have attended a match have reported hearing homophobic language and slurs. I myself have recently become something of a football fan and went to Wembley Stadium last year to watch a really big football match, and it was really exciting and it was getting really heated, and towards the end of it, the man stood behind me and said, "Kick the ball, you fucking faggot." And if that upset me, goodness knows what it would do to someone who is still yet to accept themselves. So do not get complacent. Do not get used to dealing with discrimination. Do not allow it to become a normalised part of our everyday lives. The smallest acts of coming out are political. Your visibility, your voice, your presence is political. So wake up. Use the energy you have to drive positive change. Push change out from wherever it hides. Whoever tries to cover it up, show them. Whoever tries to stand in its way, teach them. And whoever fights you, find the will to try to make them understand. Use that energy to create an open, stable and compassionate environment for the next generation. And you don't have to be LGBT to help. You just have to commit to demonstrating awareness and find the strength to be that one voice in the crowd. That one voice that comes forward when no one else's does, and push that change out from wherever it may be hiding. Thank you.